Dear friends, I'm so pleased that this day has arrived, and it's my absolute pleasure to be here and wearing my Kenya t-shirt. On behalf of the International Association for Community Development, we welcome all of you from regions and countries around the world to this global community development conference, hosted for us by our good friends, colleagues and partners in Nairobi. Daniel, Stella, Kenyanito, colleagues in the Kenyan Association of Community Development Practitioners and Kenyatta University, on behalf of IACD, I want to applaud your commitment to promoting community development and to your energy, enthusiasm, courage and tenacity to realise this World Community Development Conference under such challenging circumstances. Working together in the spirit of Harambee over the last 2 years towards this point, you have been undaunted in the prospect and unfailing in your determination. Back in 2019, when we were at the conference in Dundee, looking forward to visiting Nairobi in 2020, we never could have imagined what lay ahead. The 2 years since have been and continue to be devastating for countries and communities, and the challenges posted by the COVID-19 pandemic are still very present and very real. A measure of community resilience is the ability to adapt to change. In that context, this virtual global conference, which is a first for IACD, is a strong example of that resilience. Because despite the challenges, the circumstances of the pandemic have also created some opportunities. IACD is an international network for community development practitioners, and a key part of our purpose is to promote the discipline and the values of community development. And for the next 3 days, we have a wonderful opportunity as community development practitioners to explore and reaffirm our connectedness, resilience and empowerment, to reflect, share, listen and learn collectively together and from each other. While carving out time in full diaries may seem like a luxury, it is in fact a necessity for us as practitioners. This is what also helps us to process and make sense of what's happening around us and collectively forge new aspects of our practice that contribute to building fair, just and inclusive societies. So on behalf of the Board of Directors of IACD, to our fellow director and colleague Daniel, thank you. Your leadership has been pivotal in bringing this conference about. I know that you will demur and want to acknowledge others, as I do, Daniel. So I would like to express IACD's thanks and appreciation to Mr. Simon Chelagoyi, Cabinet Secretary of the Kenyan Ministry of Labour and Social Protection, which from the outset and throughout has supported plans for a World Community Development Conference to be hosted in Nairobi. And I would also like to extend our thanks to Ms. Josephine Muriuki, Director for Social Development, whose department has been so supportive on the Kenyan Community Development Network and the World Community Development Conference 21 planning and hosting process. Finally, I'd also like to express appreciation and gratitude to several other IACD directors and committee members who have travelled in this conference planning journey alongside Daniel, Kenyanito and Stella and the team in Nairobi. So a special mention to those on the International Support Group, Claire McGillivray, Anastasia Crickley and Catherine Wanjoey, who contributed weekly to planning support meetings. And I would also especially like to highlight the significant inputs from Dee Brooks and Michelle Dunscombe from the Yeda Institute in Australia. And finally, to Anastasia Matvievskaya and the team at Inclusive Practices in the Republic of Georgia for their expertise in using digital and online tools and methodologies to create this virtual conference environment. IACD is both a global organisation and a small family. We have a wide and diverse membership, yet what we are able to do is largely the result of the voluntary commitment of our directors and active committee members. and of course, the support of our exceptional Administrator Meredith. And on that note too, I would also like to acknowledge the ongoing support from the Scottish Government that IACD receives. So while the honour falls to me on behalf of IACD to welcome all of you here today, I also invite you to take the opportunity to find out more about IACD and our work, about the people involved, and the commitment to practice that we all share, and to join with us in collectively advocating for the discipline and the practice of community development around the world. Welcome all, and thank you for attending. I hope you find these 3 days a rewarding, energizing, and thought-provoking experience, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. Enjoy the conference. Thank you.